everybody, and welcome to the Disabled Team. Hope everyone's doing well. And welcome to Russell and TDT'S Fantasy Premier League show, weekly show. How are we doing, Liam? Big smile on his face.
I could have done better. Couldn't I? Mediocre week for me. But, well, there's a will, there's a way. There's always room for improvement.
Do you know what he said to me before we went live, Russell?
What's that?
He's coming for you, Russell. He's closing you down, Russell.
I thought you was going to call him Almiri Liam.
That's not bad. I like
That's what you should have called him.
Good evening, Amani. Do you know, for some reason, I set this program for 10 o'clock this morning. I was doing it late. I was up late doing it, and I thought, good idiot. I've done some graphics stuff, some really good graphics for this week's show, and I think you'll all be impressed. I hope you're impressed. Anyway, I got bored of just clicking on Fantasy League and then going back and then going forward and then going back and then going forward. So I've done something a bit special this week for you.
You do something special every week now, Stuart. Every week.
Thank you.
Don't mind, love.
I'm loving it.
I haven't contacted him all weekend.
I'm loving it. I am loving it. The crazy one, I should be called the... I think I should be called the new expert. I think I should, yeah.
Hey, look, that's a name your dad gave me. I never gave that to him. He can call you expert if he wants.
Honest to God, Russell, he's worse than us.
Saying that, he can't be the expert yet because he's not ahead of me. Not yet, anyway.
Of course.
Good morning, Michael. Hope you're doing well. Well done. Yeah, don't make his head any bigger, Amani, love. Right. I can do this right if I remember how I did it. Right. I'm going to go through teams like we always do. But I'm not just going to click on... Well, I'm going to be clicking on to make sure I get it right order, but you won't see them like this. The Leagues and Cups. TDT League. Right. So, in 16th position was Gruffalo Soldier. Look for G. Gruffalo Soldier. Right. I'm going to share screen for this one. So, we'll pre-send the share screen. And we will go that, and we will go that. Look at that then, guys.
What have we got here? So I'm just moving my stuff around. Let's put that there.
We've even got a fantasy stadium.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Looks like a football manager stadium, that.
Yep. I love Football Manager. Can't wait.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it looks like when you build your football stadium. Let's look at. I can't see it on the YouTube. Let's look at it here. Bear with me. So long. Oh yeah, it does. It looks like AFC Wimbledon's stadium. It looks a bit like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't play Football Manager.
It does look like a Football Manager stadium.
Good, isn't
I love it.
Yeah, I like it. Griffalo. What's these names? Griffalo
Soldiers. Yeah, his real name's James Griffiths.
Okay. Oh, this is the person. Oh, right. I got you now. Right, the whole thing. Yeah, it looks good actually. Oh yeah, 35. Yes, I was just looking at the stadium. I thought that's all you did. And I was like, oh wait, all of it's new. So,
all of it, yeah.
Yeah. Right, I got you now. Yeah, because you got the team, got the place, you got the name, you got the points, you got total points. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, that's good actually. Yeah. Sorry, I was miles away then.
I've even got a star with what position he's in.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, very good, mate. Yeah. Sorry, I was just fixated on the stadium in the background. That's you probably like, mate, it's more to it than that. Oh, right, yeah. So he's got, Van Dijk as captain, madman. Brilliant.
So I haven't been on in a couple of weeks, but I think he works. He only joined late, didn't he? He joined very late.
Yeah.
Right. So the average points for this week was 59.
Yeah, do you know what? that's kind of what's the swear then? It's kind of annoyed me because I thought because a lot of people obviously weren't that engaged put Haaland as captain, and what happened is after all the fixtures finished, a lot of people's points jumped up because they probably had Salah as vice, and the points weren't shown until everything at the very end when they kind of sort all the points out. And I was like, oh, I've had a pretty good week. And then I dropped in quite a few things after Sunday because all the points have started coming off the bench and the vice captains have been moved around. And the average points, that's really high. Think about it, 10 million people and the average is 59. That's kind of frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I thought great. So
what was it? I think before the Newcastle game came in, because she had a mental game, didn't they, Newcastle? The average points were like 33.
Yeah.
And obviously with the two, what was it? Was it the Man United and Newcastle, the two later games?
I can't remember. Let's have a look. What were the last games?
I've got what the last games were, but when those last two games got played, the average points went up.
It was Arsenal and Man United, but a lot of the points went up because the captains came in. A lot of people had Haaland as captain and probably had Salah or someone else, and then all the points came in after that. So, yes, 59 is a really high average, really high.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Much appreciated. Right, now, I should have done it a different way, really, but I'll know for next time. Stop sharing screen for 1 second, guys. It won't be 1 second.
Hi, Alison.
Is Alison in, bless her? Right, what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to cover you up. I can still hear you, but I can't see you. So if it doesn't look good, you'll have to tell me because you're my eyes. Right, so Griffalo were in 16th place. In 15th place, we had Team Pool. Make that bigger. Right, now when I share screen, I'll be able to keep it on here now. Share screen. And share screen. There you go. Right. So that's Griffalo's. Alisson with 2 points. Trippier with 11. Alexander-Arnold 2. Kilman 2. Marsh 2. Salah 14. Silva 2. Matthias 1. Trossard 7. Tony 1. Kane 1.
Kane.
Kane and all. Go.
That's bad for some people, Kane, isn't it?
Henderson got 1 point on bench. Lamptey 2. Ayling 1. Johnson 1.
Well, he did all right. He did all right keeping all of them on the bench. His bench looks good because he kept all the crap on it, basically.
Yeah, but he's also got some crap in.
Has he actually done much for his team? Has he done any transfers, or is he still playing? His last transfer in game week 12. What game week are we in? Yes, I don't even know if he's still active.
I think we're 14 out.
Yeah,
15 is this week.
Yeah, maybe he's one of the. I don't know if he's still engaged or not. So he could be one of these players that's just
not playing.
Yeah, just not changing anything. So
everyone say hello, which is great to see. I and Alice on the vote. You're doing well. Right. So next team on the board will be, if I've got this right, it's going to be Happy Amaret, Ironworks. No, yeah. Right. That's Ironworks. That's Happy Amaret's team. She got 42 points this week. Alison in net, Zanka none, Trippier 11, Cancelo 6, Bowen 2, Trossard 7, De Bruyne 11, Murphy 1, Mitrovic 2, Haaland 0, didn't play, Skamaka 0. Out.
Yeah. Well, what I don't get is how come her captain's not gone to Mitrovic? Why has she not got 4 points? Why is the captain still on Haaland?
That's a big question, yeah. He didn't get a player out.
She should get an extra 2 points for Mitrovic. I'm confused looking at that screen. Why has she not got more? Why has she not got the points for Mitrovic? Her vice captain is Mitrovic.
Yeah.
So why has she not got the points? That's really weird.
Double check. Make sure that everything's all right.
Yeah. Does she still come in here? I never see her anymore.
Yeah, she's still on 42 points. Yeah.
If I had not been put off bringing Almiron or Trossard by Russell until I got locked out, his cunning plan, I would have been okay-ish. The hit squad are out about in Lincoln.
Yeah, that makes me laugh. I mean, it makes me laugh. If someone has a bad week, it's my fault. You know, I mean, I only give out advice. You don't have to take the advice. I mean, let's be honest. No one really saw Trossard getting a goal at Man City, did they? Let's be honest. And Almiron, well, that's everyone's jumping on that bandwagon now, which Liam's started. I'm still kind of refusing to. I refuse to believe this form of Newcastle is going to carry on. So I'm backing against Newcastle personally. I refuse to believe they can carry this on, and I refuse to believe Almiron can carry it on as well. Could be proven wrong, but I refuse to believe it.
You know, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, Skamaka played as well.
Did he get a yellow card? Yeah, yellow card. Yeah, just
he got a yellow card, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, Bowen's been a disappointment, hasn't he? I thought Bowen had done a bit recently, but he's done nothing hardly.
No, Bowen's been a disappointment, mate. He really has.
There's a lot of money as well. A lot of money when we talk fantasy-wise.
Yeah. And you look at Zanke, he's not playing. Gilbert's not played, or however you say his name. Anthony Tompkins. She's got a lot of players that no one off the bench has come off to help.
Anthony was a weird one because I put him in my team, and I know he did that silly spin against Sheriff, but apparently he got a knock, which I don't believe any way or form.
He got pulled out because he said that I wasn't going to change my game. I wasn't going to take it away from my game.
Yeah, and, that's why.
It's been told by Van Ali, by that he's got to take these silly bloody circus tricks out of his game, and he said that he wouldn't.
Did you say Van Haag? Did you say Van Haag?
I said Van Halen, didn't I?
No, that was about 6 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah. So anyway, when Liam went, no, Van Haag.
But Eric Ten Hag, that's it. Eric Ten Hag. Right, so we'll look at next one. Now, I don't know if this guy still plays or not, but I'll put his score up just in case because I didn't want to leave nobody out. That's the whole point. I won't leave nobody out. Planet 24. He got 60 points this week, which put him 13th in table. Henderson 1, Saliba 7, Cancelo 6, Delat 9, Dario 1, Rashford 8, Gross 7, Andreas 3, Saka got 8, and he only played 20 minutes and he got 2. Yeah. That's a bit of a kick in teeth. Mitrovic 1 and Jesus 9.
Yeah, he's still he is still active because he made a game 14 transfer, so he's still playing it.
Good. On his bench, Roderick 0, Haaland 0, Madison 2, Mings 0.
Yeah, I like about his team is he took a risk on the captain. He got unlucky with Saka because, like I said, he got an assist and then he got injured after 4 minutes, didn't he? So yeah, I mean, I shouldn't chuckle, but it was quite funny as well at the same time. Harmony. So
well, I was going to say the next team is Harmony. Now, Harmony might need some help, Russell. I don't know if she's going to.
Well, I don't know if you'd want my help. I mean, I seem to be giving out all the bad advice. So, I don't know.
Instead of looking 3 on each street corner, you should knock it down to 1 if you give it right advice this week.
Gosh, you got so many yellow flags. Oh dear.
I know.
And she's got a red flag as well. Oh my god. Okay.
So she got 49 points. Gives her a total of 316. She's down in 12th position. But in all doom and gloom, Mane, I dropped points as well, and you know, I didn't do all week special this week. She just said, can't get any luck at more. Saka, Scar, and Haaland are all a risk. Tony banned. I brought in Trossard on Sunday. 2 minutes later, Saka got injured anyway. I took a 4-point hit tonight. got in Callum Wilson in.
What I love about Harmony, she makes her transfers Wednesdays. She's mad. I love it. It's just, yeah, I'm whacking them in now. Brilliant. That's funny. So, what did she get then, points wise? Let's have a look.
She got Ramsdale got a 6, Trippier got an 11.
Yeah.
Sly got a 6, Saliba got a 7, and Christensen got a 2. So
The defence was good.
Yeah. Really good defence. Midfield, unfortunately, she were unlucky when she's with captain in Saka. But he still got 8 points, which is a lot more than my 5 midfielders, my 3 midfielders and 2 attackers in total. Bernardo 3, Zaha 2. He's been a real disappointment this season, Russell.
Yeah, I was quite jealous of people who had Zaha, and then that jealousy's disappeared recently, to be honest with you. So,
and another player who's causing a bit of a myth in FPL world is Phil Foden.
Yeah.
How can you go from playing every game to missing last 2?
I know. I mean, if you're a Foden owner, it must be infuriating because you've got all these beautiful, sexy green fixtures and he isn't playing. It's so frustrating.
For me, Bobby Firmino, a vice captain, got a 2 points. Ivan Toney got a 1. But he's picked up his 5th yellow card, so he's suspended. I'll go into that in a bit. I've got a nice graphic for that as well. Well, I say a nice graphic. Meslier 7, which, to be fair, she's only dropped 1 point because she put Meslier in for Ramsey.
Yeah, let's be honest. I wouldn't have put Meslier in anyway, to be honest with you. Well,
Haaland 0, Nico Williams 1.
Do you know what? I don't think she's in. It might sound weird to say it, but I'll be honest with you, Harvey. I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have definitely waited till team news for you, but you've gone straight in right now. You're saying, but I don't think your team's too bad. If I'm being honest with you, I think Haaland will probably come back, so he'll start. I think Sinisterra will come back. I don't know about Shard. I've not heard enough about him, but just with those 2 back, I think you'd have enough to play with to field a pretty strong team. I mean, Foden, I think, will start. Bernardo could start. So you got 3 Man City players. Christensen would be worth starting. Sinisterra worth starting. Bournemouth at home. You could definitely take out Sean, keep Trippier. Saka, he's not got a flag right now. So I know you've took your big hit already, but I think you could have probably squeezed out with 1 transfer a half decent team. And I think, you look at Firmino. I didn't think he was going to start. From everything I could hear, Firmino wasn't going to start, but he did start. And who saw Leeds beat Liverpool? I didn't. So that's just unlucky, I think. I don't think she's in as bad a shape as she thinks, personally. I don't know what you guys think.
I think she's very unlucky with, is it Christensen? Because didn't he put in the cross? He put in the cross, didn't he, to Aronson?
Yeah.
And he hit the bar. So
yeah, no, I got Aronson.
that would have been, it would have been good for both of you, but that would have got her a bit extra points there. But it's nice to see Christensen getting that space, and to be honest, he's looking more and more comfortable every week in that team. So hopefully he can pull a few assists.
But I don't think her team's that bad looking forward, personally.
Oh, no.
I wish you didn't do those transfers straight away, Armin. I think you could have got away with just 1 transfer and still fielded a pretty good team at the weekend. But you've gone for broke.
I sent Amani a nice picture image in an email of what we discussed it, and I sent her a reply back with a picture image. So yeah, I spent a bit of time doing that with my letter. Right. Hi guys, it's your favourite Darlington FC fan. Hope you are well. Darlington FC won 4-1 last night. We are up to 3rd place now. I hope I made Matt Bettstorm scoring goals for you, Ian. Remember Matt, Monty's son, and Janet's Liam.
What? Yeah.
Jonathan Monty's son, Matt Bett.
Yeah.
He plays for Darlington.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Ah.
I've said it before. I'd like to see Darlington promoted. I'd like to see him back in the league because I remember him when I was younger in the league. So it'd be nice to see him back up.
There you go, buddy.
I'm just going to get through some of these comments before we put next one up.
Okay.
Trossard in for Simi on Sunday. Wilson in for Tony -2. before the show, so Russell couldn't out me off.
Do you know? Let's just hope that one of those don't get injured before. If you make those transfers too early, Wilson gets an injury in training or Trossard. Yeah, I'll probably get blamed for that as well, to be honest with you. Oh,
good morning, Darren. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you're here.
Darren's here.
I'm glad he's here.
Oh, yeah. He's still clinging on.
Hi, Darren.
Yeah, it's tight now. It's really
I'm
tight.
coming for you.
Hello, Darren. Yep. My defence is what's saving me at present. Yeah. The midfielders, unless you've got De Bruyne, it's very, or Almiron, it's very difficult to say who's going to get you points in the field. Bring back finger football. I used to love playing finger football. I used to play it at school on desks.
Oh.
What's finger foot? Is that Sabutio?
Well, if it's a booty, or you put your two fingers like that and you should shoot.
Oh, right. I don't
Is that where you had like you were like that and you used to like flick it like that?
Yeah, at school, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He used to play Sabutio.
Russell would have been too busy sharpening his pencil with what writing, and it was. When people in Lincolnshire, Lincoln, sorry, they went to school.
I was going to say, I was fingering things basically. When you said that, I was thinking, no, I would play football.
Yeah, Mark is up to 9 league goals now, Liam.
Hey, big up, Mark.
Is he Danish? Mark Beck. Remember that Danish player called Beck?
No, we knew his mum. His mum used to live on the same street as us.
Oh, okay.
A cul-de-sac. So they were. I mean, his son, his stepdad were in my house playing darts at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Back then we were throwing darts at a dartboard at 2 in the morning.
Running up and down the street naked. Well, we won't get into it.
I thought you said he was at your house at 2 o'clock in the morning playing finger football or something.
No. But I had the fruit machine and everything in my back.
We did. You were the best machine ever.
Yeah, that's it. Mikkel Beck. Yeah, he used to play for Middlesbrough. That's what I was thinking. Mikkel Beck. He used to have curtains. Yeah. Right,
so I've got to. Mine is she's in 12th place, so we want 11th now, don't we? Let's see who we're in 11th league. Ismail Koulibaly.
He had a good week.
Here he is, Ismail. Ismail, here you go. He got 86 points this week, did Ismail? Well done, Ismail. Look at that for a 2.5. Edison, 9 points. Saliba, 7. Dunk, 2. Trippier, 11. Webster, 2. Almiron, 12. Saka, 4. Trossard, 7. De Bruyne, captain, 22. Jesus, 9. Mitrovic, 1. And look at his bench. Apart from Rodrigo, who got 6, he did right well with his bench,
Yeah.
All 3.
Yeah. You look at his Trippier, Almiron, De Bruyne, Edison. That's the chunk of his points, and then Jesus. Yeah, he's a couple of real big players come through. I mean, De Bruyne captain was a good choice. That was a very good choice. So fair play, did well that week, very well.
Yep. Now we'll have a look who is in the 10th, which is Vibes. There we go, Vibes. Let's have a look at Vibes. Vibes, let's see, he got 54 points this week. He had a pretty good defense. He had Edson with 9, Saliba 7, Dunk 2, Trippier 11, Webster set 2, Almiron 12, Saka 4, Trossard 7, Kevin De Bruyne 22, who we made captain, Jesus 9, Mitrovic 1. Ward 3, Haaland 0, Young 0, Rodrigo 6.
Are you? I thought you was looking at Vibes, weren't you? Is that? I thought he was looking at someone else. Who am I looking at here?
Have I done this right? Hang on a minute.
I think you're on the same one. Vibes is. I think we're number 10, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, Vibes. Yeah. When you're saying that, I was thinking, oh, He's got a different team to ours.
Right. So, what number am I on now?
10. Should be on 10. He's got 54 points.
Hold on a minute. Where am I?
No, you were right. You were on vibes, yeah.
So, where are we on now? 10th, aren't we? 9th.
9th, yeah.
Yeah, Tilly.
Yeah.
Tilly, yeah, that's right. Tilly. Oh, no, not that one. Tilly. That one.
Yeah.
Right, Tilly. 007 got 45 points this week. Edison 9, Saliba 7, Dunk 2, Trippier 11, Webster 2, Almiron 12, Saka 4, Trossard 7, De Bruyne 22, Jesus 9, Mitrovic 1, Ward 3, Allen 0, Young 0, Rodrigo 6.
Again, the bench is good because you've got all the rubbish on the bench, so that's good. Pickford is a good, interesting pick. Madison, how's his fixtures looking? Yeah, Madison.
I am ahead.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a heavy midfield, hasn't he? 3-5-2. You don't see many 3-5-2s. So, but yeah, again, you've Foden. Unfortunate. Rashford could be a good one going forward. Zaha, very frustrating. But yeah, I mean, I look at that team. I don't think it's too bad, to be honest with you. It's just not got that many points this week, but that could change next week quite easily.
Right. Good morning. I'm ahead. Hope you're doing well, our friend. I am ahead. I'm fab. Thanks, Alice. I'm very tired. Long days and lots of poorly people, especially this time of year. Cost of living crisis is not helping neither. So many suicidal people, especially youngsters. Sad, man. Sad. It's sad. It really is sad.
That always makes sense.
Next, sorry, mate. Sorry.
It's Hughes next, Lee. You know who's next. Don't you try eyeing it.
That's why he was getting vocal then, weren't he? Like, yeah, well, come on, what about me? Me.
Oh, I know.
Not that bad.
Yeah, Lee's not happy with his team this week at all. I'll bring you on.
Go on then, Lee. Tell us about it. Tell us your team.
Oh,
I know, mate, let me share it first, Lee. There we go. Right.
Liverpool, give me 6. Williams, give me 1. Trippier, give me 11. Cancelo, give me 5. 6. Salah, give me 14.
And Andreas.
Andreas, give me 3.
Eze.
3. Trossard, 7.
Jack Harrison.
2.
Imagine that. We beat Liverpool. One of best results in a long time, and he only gets 2 points.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Kane
Kim, give me 1.
and Tony.
Oh, Tony, give me 1 as well.
Yeah, I know. But your bench, though, you did well with your bench this week. Iverson 0, Haaland 0, Sufal 0, Patterson 1. So you did well with your bench. That's how a bench should look.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't think saying that. I think looking at your team, I don't think you got that many problems going forward. I mean, Tony's out, but I think you could swap Tony and Haaland.
Lee's already done some changes.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So we'll hear about that later on then. Okay. One thing I would say, you have inspired me to sign Eze. I mean, I'll tell you what annoyed me with Eze was I signed him and I was looking at his history, and his history was like he played 90 minutes for each every game. And then he played like 62 minutes last week, and I was like, great. As soon as I signed him, his minutes go down. But yeah, you did inspire me to sign Eze because he was a cheap alternative to Zaha. Actually, he got more points than Zaha as well. So yeah, I think he's fine.
Lee's gone wild this week because he didn't know if Haaland were going to be available. We've got some thoughts on Haaland, and we'll get to them in a bit. But
Okay, then.
you've got your thoughts, I've got mine, and I'll give you mine when we've done this. So that's 8th, right? Who's in 7th? Who's in 7th, Russell?
7th, you've got
You.
Stu. Yeah, it's you.
Oh,
60.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, let's have a look at Stu's team.
61 points, not good. But what did I say? As long as I finish above average, I'm all right. So that give me a bit of memory sleep a bit easier. Good state of that team. Gittier got me 9. I thought brilliant. Getty got me 6. Trippier got me 11. Cancelo got me 6. But I could not argue with that back four. Couldn't argue with it. But then it all started going wrong. Zaha got me 2. Almiron got me 12. Andreas got me 3. Martinelli got me 8. Foden got me 1. Tony got me 1. Kane got me 2, and he was my captain. So I was thinking that I'd been pretty smart by making Haaland my vice captain and Kane my captain. I went with Rob bloody 1, didn't I? So I got half of it right, but I didn't get the full bit right. Ward got me 3 points. Wood got me 3 points, so I'm not bothered about that this week. Haaland got me 0. Robertson got me 7. Anyone else in that midfield apart from Almiron and Martinelli, I would have had a few more points, and Wolves got me 2.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought Robertson. Everything I could make out, Robertson wasn't going to start. Everything was saying Simicast, weren't it? And then Robertson started, so that's frustrating for you. It's funny your team because it's like your team's like yes, you get your keeper, yes, your defense, yes. And then you get your midfield, you go, and then you get to attack, and you're like, your attack really, it's a right flop up front for you, weren't it?
But I needed one excuse to get rid of one player. And that Tony gave me an excuse to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So I've brought someone in as well.
Yeah, well, Tony, I think is very hit and miss.
He's gone down in price as well, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, well, he will do now because everyone's trying to get rid, aren't they? But I mean, I think he has really good. He'll have like one good game, get loads of points, then he'll do nothing for like another 5. He's
a bit like Jack Harrison.
You what, sorry?
A bit like Jack Harrison.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, probably a little bit better. Jack Harrison's really inconsistent. I think that's one that surprised me with you was Kane. I mean, he just got you nothing, did he, for your captain?
Yeah, I know. If I could get my hands on him, I'd push his ears back in a bit. All right. Possibly making 7 changes in the World Cup break time at the moment. I can do that. I can do what I would like to do by just 0.1 million. Got to hope the prices stay stable.
I think they could be quite erratic between now and.
Yeah, I think so. This is
injuries.
2 more games now, isn't there?
Yeah.
And what everyone's going to do is, because they know that they're going to be able to make unlimited subs, they're going to bring in the best players. They're going to try to bring in as many best players as they can for that last game week.
It'd be interesting how many people change their team, how much it changes from the one. It'd be interesting to see if you could see people's team before and after the World Cup, how much people change.
I'll keep these on record and we'll have a look. We'll compare.
Yeah. You should probably keep that and see how much we will change your team when we all come back.
Well, yeah, because I'll be doing this. Right, I can do it because we've only got like 16 players. If I had like 30, 40, 50, 60 players, it'd be very difficult to do.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see how much people have changed the team.
It was good. We played very well, but sadly, it may have just saved that clown job. I assume that the embarrassing celebration needs to grow up. Yeah, I know.
I found it quite funny actually. I found the air guitar quite good. I was like, yeah, it's like Wayne's World or something. Wayne's World.
Well, that taking Michael out of Klopp, though, knowing that he's the rock star.
Klopp's
I thought taking a bit of a dig at Jurgen Klopp myself.
Well, yeah, he's very vocal, isn't he? I just found it was funny watching him after when we scored the second. He was just smirking under his cap, weren't he? He was just laughing. He was just like, "Yeah, whatever." He was just like, "I can't believe this." So,
right. Yeah. So, right, that's my team out of where. Who's next, please, on the list? Who's sixth?
Wilco's Wanderers, McAllister. Gary McAllister.
Wilco's Wanderers, he got 68 points.
Pretty good.
No, he got 61 points this week, sorry.
No, he got 68 points.
Oh, no, he did transfer, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did one. It says 68, yeah. The screen I'm looking at says 68.
Oh, has he changed formation?
Yeah, it's 4,
Yeah, he
5,
changed
1.
formation. Yeah.
Well, that's all right. Sorry, I was a bit confused then. I thought I'd done something wrong here. Getier in net with 9, K 6, Trippier 11, Cancelo 6, Saha 2, Almiron 12, Andreas 3, Martinelli 8, Foden 1, Tony 1, Kane 2.
I'm looking at this is weird. Wait there.
Yeah, we've got a different one up.
Yeah, yes. Is this Will?
You're looking at my team, aren't you?
Is this Wilco's Wanderers?
Yeah.
Because the team I'm looking at on my laptop, mate, it's not that one. It's completely different. You've got the points right on the side, but I think you've got a different team. He had Salah as captain on his.
How's that happened? Give me a minute. Right, so what we're going to have to do for Wilco's Wanderers then, just this 1 week. Do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, we mean you can still find it. His team's up there, isn't it?
Transfers, Leagues and Cups. Ignore that, everybody. Ignore that.
I can't. Sorry, I
Right,
can't.
where is he? Where is he? Right, Wilco's. He got 68 points, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Gutier in net with 9, Trippier 11, Cancelo 6, Van Dijk 1, Justin 2, Almiron 12, Foden 1, Salah 14, Andreas 3, Martinelli 8, Ivan Toney 1. On the bench, he had Iverson, Haaland, Solanke, who got 2, and Struijk.
Yeah. Like I say, he was 68. He's got more than me, actually. Yeah, good. You know, a lot of it's built in defence, isn't it? Yeah.
Helps.
You what, sorry?
Capturing Salah helps him, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I say, he's got the usual disappointment. Foden let him down. Van Dijk, surprisingly, let him down. But overall, you can see where he's going with his team. Yeah, I think he'll be fine this week. Still a pretty good week. 68 points is pretty good still. So,
Right, who's next one up? Who's
that'll be Liam's. Oh, Liam! Oh, well, Liam's died to talk about this. He's going to be loving this, isn't he? Shall we just skip Liam and go on to the next one?
There we go, Liam.
There we go, Kurt. Oh, Ricky. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm the crazy one. I hope she's still awake. She might be asleep just because I've been talking about it all week. I'm not going to lie. I'm not joking. I kept refreshing the game. Like Newcastle game, I kept refreshing it non-stop. I'm like, Almiron, yes!
Go for it. Tell us your points, mate.
Nick Pope in net with 6 points. Trippier with 11. Cancelo 6. Saliba with 7. Kilman with 2. De Bruyne with 11. Xhaka with 3. Almiron with 24. Captain, fantastic. Haaland 0. Tony 1. And Jesus 9.
See, what's crazy is you've got all those points with only 10 players.
Yeah.
Crazy.
To be honest, I was watching Saturday before the deadline and I was thinking, is he going to start Haaland or not? I thought, I'm going to take the risk. I'm not going to make Haaland my captain, but I'm going to take the risk that he might not start. So I thought, I'll obviously captain Almiron. And I even said I might triple captain Almiron. And Russell said, if you do that, Liam, and it works out for you, I'll never do fantasy again. So I thought, you know what? I think we still leave on the show, don't we? So I thought, I'll do it a different week. Why not?
Aren't you just disappointed that he's got a memory like he stores a memory like an elephant, and my memory is like a sieve?
I love it. Captain Almiron.
I mean, I think you got unlucky that you got no points help you from the bench, because I thought you might have got Anthony, but even he hasn't come through for you, has he? So
that's what I mean. Like, I'm happy I didn't start him, but when I looked up, I was just like, 1 minute, he's not started. I'll question because I saw the team sheet. I wasn't even in the team news or anything. I didn't see like any injuries show up or anything like that. So I was just like, that's weird to see him out, but I'm guessing it's because of the showboating he did.
I mean, I will say that in my eyes, everyone's jumping on your bandwagon because you had Almiron from how long you had him for?
Oh God, you're looking at like 2, maybe 3 months now.
Yeah. So I always, when I think of Almiron, I just think of you because you literally, I was laughing at you like 6, 7 weeks ago. You know, he's got Almiron.
You know
You're
what?
the
I
one
might get
laughing now.
I might get that thing what everyone saw on Twitter with the Leeds United fan with Klopp's tears. I might get that with Russell tears on the side of that and just start drinking it.
I mean, fair play to you. A lot of people were not going for him, but everyone's jumping on him now. So, and he keeps producing. You know, fair play. I mean, his points are ridiculous. Really. I mean, look at that. Just it's double digits for the last 3 weeks. 15. You know, he's can't deny it. I mean, I would have.
Russell, don't make his head any bloody bigger, man.
What can I say? The crazy one. You know what I mean? I'm just a crazy one.
It's good.
Yeah, like.
Are you making changes?
Am I making any changes? You know what? I'm going to do what I did last week. I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to keep Almiron captain. I'm going to keep the exact same formation, the exact same team. Well, I don't normally play this. I normally play the 3-4-3, but because Anthony wasn't in the squad, they changed it to a 4-3-3 for me.
What are you going, Tony?
Oh, I've swapped Tony out and I brought in Mitrovic just because it's cheaper and he gets around the same amount of points as Tony.
Yeah, class and pure class silence. Did congratulate you, Ryan Stewart. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I mean, fair play. Liam did have the best week out of everyone, so and he did it with 10 players, so you can't deny that. It's good game week, and if you look at your team on paper, it's quite different. So, you know, fair play. It'd be interesting to see if I'm really fascinated to see if Newcastle can keep it up. I refuse to believe they can, but yeah, it looks like they're doing well, but you know, I just can't see that form continuing for Newcastle. Surely not.
Well, I've heard they're going to go big again in January as well, just to make sure.
Oh no, yeah.
I believe in Almiron.
It'll be interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see if St. Maxwell makes a difference or not. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get a charger, Stu, because I'm on 10%, mate.
No worries. Only tickets I can get. Only tickets I can get for the Spurs game are 180 quid each. That's ridiculous. Decided not to go because of the clown child. I will go to the next Desjardins game instead. Last 16 of the Europa Conference League. I bet you can't wait for that, Amani, can you? You see, look, I'll be honest with you, Amani, I've done nothing. We did that video. We did watch along and we did that film straight after. I've done nothing else about Leeds since. And the reason why I haven't is because I can't flip-flop. You know what I mean? I'm not going to flip-flop. I mean, I don't know. We were all shouting Jesse out last week to he's God's Savior. You know what I mean? Don't forget, Liverpool haven't been the same side as what they once was. Pure, I've read that one. Pure class, Liam. Pure class.
Thank you very much.
The man is so expensive for Spurs. It bloody is. Alison, yes, very, very on. They sell out, but the stadium is never full. They sell to sites and charge a fortune. It's cheaper, but dodgy sites. We got ripped off before. Yeah, it's not worth it, Amani. It's not worth it. Not worth going to these dodgy sites.
No.
What's next?
It is Russell next.
Russell in fourth.
Yep.
So do we get Russell's team up while we're waiting for him, blessing?
Yep. Oh, how many points? I'm 6 points behind him. I'm coming for you, Russ.
Is Russell third?
No, Russell's fourth. Oh no, Russell in third. No, it's not Russell. It's Harry Peterson. Unclares, sorry.
I have made another mistake, have I?
Do you know? Well, to be honest, you're not wrong because we've got 3 people in the league all on total points 374.
Yeah, Harry Peterson.
So it's like a joint second.
Harry Patterson, Ray got 3 points. Trippier got 11. Cancelo got 6. Saliba got 7. Martinelli got 8. De Bruyne got 22. Well done. Andreas got 3. Trossard got 7. Gross got 7. Firmino got 2. Tony got 1. Sanchez got 5. Haaland got 0. Bilot would have got him 9 points. Scar would have got him 6. If only he'd have put in the lot or Scar, I think he would have topped the table this week.
Yeah, if we put in the law would have been his saviour.
Right. Hopefully that works. Sorry, guys.
Just saying, if Russell, if he'd have put in Dilat or Scar, he would have topped the table this week.
Who's that?
Harry Patterson.
Oh, where are we? Oh, Harry Patterson.
I've got it down as fourth, but you're all third because you're all on the same points.
Oh, look at that. God, he's got loads of points on the bench, hasn't he? Oh, my.
Yes, he would have topped the group. Yeah, you better stay off them dodgy sites. They are rip-offs, they are.
I'm happy all his points are on the bench. Good
I am
luck.
too.
Keep doing that.
You can as well, Russell. Thanks for that.
€25, £30 for the Jordan's Euro tickets, no brainer. Wow. And you were going to, and Spurs are charging you £180 plus. Idiots. So that's Harry Patterson's side. Now we'll go to the main man while he's sat in that chair. Russell?
Yeah, let's have a...
You're up next, mate. You're up next.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Not that amazing, actually, for us. Just an average week, I think. So, yeah, just above average. It's on the... Oh, so, yeah. I went Leno. Leno, he's done really well for me. 10 points.
Wait, Leno got 10?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got pretty good history. He's got last 2 weeks, he's got 3 weeks, he's got 2 big hauls. Alexander-Arnold, can't believe how much Liverpool are dropping. I might have to take Harmony's advice and drop him at some point. Cancelo, Botman, I've gone cheap on Newcastle. I've got Botman to cover Trippier. He doesn't get the assists and that, or bonus, but if they get a clean sheet, he gets a clean sheet. Salah captain, because we knew when we was doing the stream with your dad, we knew that Haaland wasn't going to play, basically. I kept him on just in case, but went captain on thingy. I went Eze because Lee had Eze and I wanted a cheap one. Andreas didn't do it. Martinelli was frustrating because he got his goal in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it all became about Nelson randomly. Aronson, again, really unlucky. Such a frustrating fantasy player because he gets great positions, assists. If Bamford could put his goals away, he'd have about 4 or 5 assists. And if there wasn't the post of the bar, he'd have scored against Palace and Liverpool. He's just so unlucky. He's got so much potential. I'm going to keep him. I don't care what anyone says against Harrison. He's doing the right things. He's just not getting the look right now. Jesus and then Mitrovic got 1. So I'm a bench. I'm happy with the bench. All the crap was on the bench. So Ward, Haaland, Nico Williams 1 point, Castagna 2. So I could have got much more points out of that. But pretty average. It was 1 point looking really good, but like I said at the start of the stream, a lot of people's captain became Salah, and the average jumped up quite heavily, so it wasn't that amazing in the end. That's it.
So you're sat in joint third place, but you have climbed the table pretty quick.
Yeah, well, it's annoying because it says I've gone down in the table, but I swear the week before I was 4th. Unless I was 2nd, I can't remember now. For some reason, I thought I was 4th last week. But there's 3 of us on 374, so it's so tight.
Is Richie the next one on 374?
Yeah, Richie Higgins, yeah.
Yep, so Richie, Darren's Higgins' son, 69 points he got this week.
Yeah, he didn't do the wild card either, because he said he had a wild card to use. So, unbelievably, he's just not even done a wild card. Madman.
Raya 3 points, White 6, Trippier 11. Trippier 11, Cancelo 6, Almiron 12, Martinelli 8, Salah 14, Saka 4, which should be gutted about. He didn't play the full match. Well, he didn't even finish an hour, did he? Let's be honest. Andreas 3, Tony 1, Mitrovic 1. He's going to have to take out Tony, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ward 3, Haaland 0, Gay 6, and Cucurella 1. I feel sorry for Cucurella, but then again, I don't, because he jumped ship on Brighton, and now he's playing in a position where he shouldn't be.
I mean, the only unfortunate thing about his team is Guay as his defence. If he went with what, 4 at the back instead of 3?
Yeah, but then he might have. But if you look at his midfield, he would have only gained a maximum of 3 anyway, because
Yeah.
so it wasn't worth it. So, but I think Richie's done well with that team. So well done, Richie. Well done. Now we're gonna go to top of the shop. Mr. Darren Higgins Esquire, which is Hammers.
Amazon Tide.
Hammers Untied. He got 62 points. He's on 377 now, guys. So that everyone's reeling him in. They're reeling him in. Keyu got him 9 points. Cancelo 6. Trippier 11. Gay 6. Zaha 2. Foden 1. Martinelli 8. Salah 14. Andreas 3. Mitrovic 1. Tony 1. On the bench, he had Ward, who would have got 3, but he did well keeping the get it. Haaland got 0. Webster got 2. Patterson got 1. So well done, Darren, for top up league. But
For now.
I think it's going to be a close league this morning. Nick, that Paul, hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Expat Paul. And just saying about, if you look at his team again, look at his captain and his vice captain. I think there's a glitch in the system because his captain's clearly Salah, but it says captain's Haaland 0 points. I think there's something wrong. I think there's a few things have been uploaded wrong. So
yeah, because Salah's been given the extra points as well, the captain points.
Yeah, exactly. So
fair enough. I'm sure they'll sort that out, won't they?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Brendan would have scored if he hadn't been pushed. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. It could have been a goal. It should have been a goal, but he was nudged by Alexander-Arnold. To be honest with you.
Can't defend.
So yeah, well done, everyone. It's been a good week actually. I think most people, have got quite a few points out of that. And the teams that haven't done well, I can't see a lot of problems with the teams going forward. I don't think there's any need for any kind of big knee-jerk reactions from you. So
I am Malcolm, mate. Hope you're doing well. Brendan Woodowski, if you want pushed yet.
I've got a question, Russell.
Go on.
Now, I've already made a choice, but Ivan Toney, now he's got a suspension. Yes. Who would you bring in as a striker if you've got Haaland out as well? Would you take the risk?
Give me a minute. Let me show you if I've done that one. If you're not, no, you're. Hang on a minute. And what I have done is I've done an alternative captain's in case Haaland doesn't start again.
Okay, then. We'll go back to your question after that, then, Lou.
Yeah.
Right, so these are alternative captains if Haaland doesn't start. Just 3 up there. I picked Callum Wilson for obvious reason. He seems to be in really good form. We're at 19 points last week. Wilson got. He's only 7.5 million. Marcus Rashford. I picked Marcus Rashford. And in a minute, let's do this. Callum Wilson. Right, so Callum Wilson, his 2 fixtures he's got is away at Southampton and at home at Chelsea. So as you can see, his last 2 games, he's collected 24 points.
Are you showing that on the screen?
Oh no, I'm not showing you the screen, am I? Oh bloody hell!
I thought what it was. You know what your dad said earlier that he won't be able to see us, but the screen is on. I thought that's what was going on.
Right, there we go.
Oh, there you go. That looks fair.
The alternative captains are Callum Wilson, who's 7.5 million. Rashford, 6.6 million. Calvert-Lewin, 7.9 million. And the dearest one, an obvious one, is Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, I like Rashford because he's a midfielder as well, isn't he? He's kind of.
But he plays as a striker, yeah.
Yeah. So Wilson's fixtures are he's got Southampton away, Chelsea at home.
And he's on penalties.
He's on penalties, and he's got 24 points in his last 2 games. And for Thor, 7.5 million, I don't think you can go far wrong. And I think he's a good replacement for Ivan Toney this week.
I like his smug smile as well in this picture. He looks really smug on that picture. He's like, yeah, I'm the man.
Then you wanted to talk about Rashford. That's Rashford's next 2 fixtures before World Cup.
That's a very nice looking fixtures there.
And he's cheapest player out of the 4 elected.
Which I think is still pretty cheap for Rashford, 6.6.
Yeah, I think that's good. And especially
I think that's very good value.
When he's got Villa away and Fulham away.
I didn't realise he had those 2 fixtures next, actually. That's quite... Maybe I might be able to look at him. Quite tempting, actually. Because he's basically another forward, isn't he? So... Yeah, interesting.
I'm thinking.
And then obviously Calvert-Lewin with 7.9 million. His next 2 fixtures, home against Leicester. Now, I know Everton don't play well away from home, but at home they're a different animal. If you can, Crystal Palace, he got 8 points played at home. Away against Fulham, they played for that 0-0. It's boring Frank's tactics in it. Get a point away from home. We know you can try a point for away, and we know you got games at home. But he's also got Bournemouth away.
Yeah. The only thing, the obvious from Calvert-Lewin is injuries, isn't it? But is he on penalties? He could be on penalties. So
I believe he is, yeah.
Yeah, so we won't know until they get a penalty, but because last year he didn't play, did he? So it was always Richarlison taking him, I think. So Calvert-Lewin on penalties is a bit injury prone, but he would be their number 1 man. So yeah, I think that's a good alternative pick, Stu.
And then final one, obviously.
No, he doesn't need any fixtures. He's the man. He's
12.5 million he is at this moment in time. Home to Fulham, away to Brentford. Home to Brentford as well.
Yeah, I had De Bruyne for a while, then kind of moved him off. So I mean, I could go back to De Bruyne, but yeah, I mean that's what's there to say, really. I mean, he's having a good season, isn't he? Let's be honest.
I'm in the middle. I don't know who to choose.
20 points in the last 2 games he's got.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, I mean, I think out of all of them, he's the most, how can you put it, reliable. But what you are, for that, you are having to pay the premium, aren't you? So you have to move out. You don't really want to be doing 2 transfers, so it's probably the easiest way to get to him is if you own Son, you got some money, you might be able to get up to De Bruyne because Son looks injured now.
Well, Lee had 2 transfers. He rolled his transfer over.
Right.
So Lee, bless him, has changed his team. He's already sorted it. He has. He has. I'll get Lee's team up, and then Lee can tell you what he's done.
And then anyone in the comments, if you want to tell us what you're thinking for this week,
I think Harmony has.
Yeah, or Harmony. Yeah, we'll have a look through Harmony's team. She's already straight in there. Love it.
Yes, I think Lee did this because he knew like we were going to be coming on here today, so he wanted to show people. Now,
go on.
Luckily, Lee doesn't have any secrets from his viewers because I know what Russell's like. He don't tell you his team until final whistle out of blood. So
I'll start telling you my team if I go top. I think I'll once.
No, you can't because you've got that bloody guy who you're in competition with. You can't.
He's found out about the World Cup thing as well, so I haven't even got him with that now. So.
Oh no! The message you sent me got him.
Yeah, yeah, I'm annoyed. He's figured it out. He used his wild card as well, so that's a bit annoying. I thought I'd hold him off.
Anthony Russell's world's going not good the best right now. Fantasy wise.
This is a managed team. I'll pick screen for you. 3-5-2.
So you got Meslier, Shaw, Trippier, Ramos. I think Ramos is our half. Saka and Shaw. You got to just be careful if they're not fit. Foden played tonight, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a strange one. Bernardo, Trossard, Wilson, Haaland, Ramsdale. Well, you got all Salah on the bench. Who Arsenal got? Oh, they've got Chelsea away. And Nico win. Well, the good news is, Harmony, that you've probably got quite a lot of yellow flags on your team still, but you've got a bench you will come on. So the good news is you shouldn't have anyone not playing on that bench. But there is a lot. I mean, you can say Shaw, Saka, and Haaland might be maybe starters, but your bench should cover that anyway.
Sorry, go.
There you go, Lee. You go.
I like what you've done with Meslier. You swapped him out for Ramsdale. I think that was the smart option there. Because I know Ramsdale does get save points, but obviously he's got the harder fixture.
Yeah. I mean, Bournemouth home, double up on Leeds United. Yeah. Fingers crossed they can get a nice, they can get a win and hopefully get a clean sheet for you. So, I mean, Ramos looks good. I think he should have never been dropped against Leicester. I think he's starting to now settle in nicely, and I think he could be a good player for Leeds. Whether he's a good fantasy player, we'll find out. But yeah, I think Bournemouth's something we can target, and not just as Leeds fans, but as fantasy players this week.
Right, so I will show you now. I'll show you Lee's team for you. This is what Lee's done. He's got it set in stone and everything.
Oh, it's set in stone already.
Yes, yep, Lee's done it. He's done it already, guys. He's done it already.
So no change in your mind, then, Lee?
Nope.
Okay.
Right, Lee, for your team, mate, and tell us what you did.
Nick Pope in goal. Cancer, Chapper, Nicky Williams, De Bruyne, Eze, Trossard, Jack Harrison, Haaland,
Wilson,
and Kane.
So what he did was he took out Mo Salah and switched him with De Bruyne, which gave him that 0.2.
Yeah.
What he did to take out Tony to bring in Wilson, who would 0.2 million more.
It's a very powerful forward line, isn't it? That's to me. And you've basically got the three best Man City players.
Who's your captain? Who have your pictures your captain this week?
Kenny Warner.
It's a strong team.
Who's he gone for captain? Did he say, Lee? Who's your captain?
De Bruyne.
Oh, you've done De Bruyne.
Because we don't think Haaland's going to play. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because I don't think these two remaining fixtures are going to be your fixtures what really concern Pep, and he's not going to risk playing him if he's got a slight injury.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it's my last tonight. I'm watching that game.
If we're watching a game tonight, well, they're watching it tonight.
Oh, what Haaland was?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It's a bit of a mystery, isn't it? I mean, surely he'll be back for this weekend. Well, interesting because there's going to be some team news leaked, so we'll probably know before on the deadline stream. I mean, one thing I will say, Lee, Nico Williams. What do you think behind that? Are you comfortable with him, Nico Williams? Yeah. Okay.
They've got Brentford, haven't they?
Okay then. You think he'll start?
Yeah.
You see, the only other defender he's got is Soufal, who doesn't start anymore. And Patterson, he's got Leicester.
Okay.
See, Soufal doesn't play no more.
Who are Trossard? Wolves away. I mean, that's a good team. Yeah. I mean, the thing you got Harrison. He's really hot cold. I mean, you can't really go for Pereira because he's got Man City. Yeah, so you are kind of stuck with Harrison. But again, he could do well. I mean, there is an argument Harrison could be dropped this weekend, isn't there?
Well, if that's the case, oh God, it'll be Patterson when they moat it because Soufal won't play.
No, he'll get Andrea Pereira, the Fulham midfielder as it stands.
Even though Nico Williams is a defender and
no, I was on about Harrison. Sorry, Harrison.
Oh, Harrison, yeah.
Yeah.
And if Harrison doesn't play and if Haaland doesn't, it'll go to a five in midfield. Haaland will swap for Andreas. Yeah. So he's covered both angles.
How much is Harrison?
Harrison is, I'll let you know now, transfers.
Is it 5.5? I think it's.
Leeds, here we go. Right, Leeds. Harrison. Jack Harrison is...
Oh, it's 5.9.
5.9.
I'm going to say maybe Cine for Harrison, but he hasn't got the spare money, I don't think.
I think he'll go into minus as well if he does that, won't he?
Yeah. So, I think Cine now, I think he has to start every game.
I mean,
He's still out injured though, isn't he?
Yeah, I can see Harrison getting dropped. I can see him going Sinstera, Aronson and Somerville, because I think Somerville, because he scored in the last 2 games, Harrison's just so inconsistent, isn't he? He's just
not just about fantasy wise. Somerville's 2 points behind Harrison, and Somerville's had half the game time that Harrison's had as well. And I believe it's like 1.5 million cheaper.
Yeah,
is Somerville. So you could go with Somerville because it looks like he might start every week now.
I think Leeds Banker's appointed with in Cancelo, De Bruyne, and Trossard.
Well, you've got quite a few comments coming through, Stu.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola said that he's 90% sure that he will start at the weekend. Amani before that then said, if Saka or Haaland to play, then Firmino will come on as an auto sub. If Shah doesn't, then Saliba will be an auto sub. At least I have all 3 possible non-starters covered.
Yeah.
I
think you've got a strong bench, so you should be covered for that.
I like that bench. Revy, Clough and Bielsa never hid their team selections. I always put them out a day before I follow their lead. No secrets. Totally
I don't.
Cine is 1.5 point. Cine is 6.5 million. Sinistera. A lot of teams looking like Christmas trees. Yeah.
It is the season for the Christmas tree formation.
Hi, Rolly Grossmate. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Handy Ghost.
Doing well.
Interesting. Very
So
interesting.
that's that screen for you. Then I did another one for you. I did right. So these are your free players. You know, you highlight your players who were red flagged this week. But I think I've got to add on. I don't know if some your minutes start because I saw that injury you picked up yesterday.
He's got a fractured eye socket.
Who's that? Sorry,
so, Human Song.
Really?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Right, so he should be put on that list as well.
Well, maybe he doesn't. If you get, don't you have to end up one of those Phantom of the Opera hats, face masks? You know, the ones that cover the.
Even that, he has to have them a week off. Leeds. Apparently he's out for 3 weeks now anyway, but he would have had to have a week off with concussion.
Oh, right.
He were knocked out.
Maybe he'll miss the Leeds game.
Yeah, probably yes.
He is.
Well, that's good. And
not really. I'd rather him play because he hasn't done anything.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, but that means he'll do well against Leeds, won't he?
Yeah,
that's usually the case.
I'll tell you one more thing on this little screen. Stu. I think Kane is on 4 yellow cards as well. Just to let everyone know.
4 yellow, right? So that might be added on to next week's list. But they're the 3. What I thought. Everyone has Tony, Anthony, and obviously Richarlison's out with a calf injury.
Yeah.
And then your selected orange flag players, and I could have had loads on. Singy is on 75% chance of playing. Song, he was a 50% chance, but now he's out for definite, so he's on the red list. Romero is on a 75% chance of playing. Anthony is on a 75% chance of playing. Now I don't normally have a Man United players on my screen, but look at them tattoos, man. Look at that tattoo there. That tattoo is gorgeous, honestly. And I don't have them. You can't not like that tattoo. Haaland's a 75% chance of not playing. So they're your main players who we all picked for FPL.
Yeah.
So That's my graphs finished for this week.
That's good, mate. That looks great that you've made a lot of effort to put them up, and it's good information for the people watching, and some of it for myself as well. To be honest with you, so yeah, that's good, mate. I mean, I think the player that will be most effective will affect most players will probably be Tony.
Yeah.
Who a lot of people. I mean, I've never owned him, but a lot of people have owned Tony. But like I say, just keep an eye on Harry Kane as well, because I know a lot of people have Harry Kane. One more card, and again, Leeds could be going into a game with no Son or Kane against them, which would be crazy.
Be great news for Leeds fans, won't it?
Yeah,
Really?
it could be. You know, that could be a good thing for us guys. I mean, it'll give us a bit more of a chance. So.
A man that's a good point. If Kane gets a card at the weekend, he'll be out for the Leeds game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yellow card, Kane.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Liverpool at home, there's a good chance you could pick up a card in that. It could be quite fiery.
Yep, Mani's just said as well. Yes, Scar and Saka are also 75%. I did these graphs. I should have put Saka on it. But yeah, that's a good point as well. Scar and Saka are also 75% as well.
I love how you say Shah's name, Scar.
Whatever his name is, Shah. Well, that's a player.
You should say Scarface. Scarface.
Scarface, yeah. Is that his name, Scar?
Shah.
Yeah, isn't it? It's Shah.
Shah, that's it, yeah. It
Shah.
sounds like Scar.
That's like, well, I call it Scar.
Was it? News on Romero. My friend who's a Spurs fan has come out and said that Romero refuses to play because he wants to play for the World Cup, so he doesn't want to risk an injury.
Well,
They've
got him down as some reason for being off his fatigue.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I mean that's players should. I know there's a World Cup, but you're contracted and paid by your club, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you're not paid. Well, you're supposed the only thing you are paid is your sponsorship deals, but you're not paid for playing for your nation, really, are you?
No, I know it's prestige. I don't know. Do they get?
I think you do get paid. I think. I don't know how it works.
England players they get the sponsorship deals and the sponsorship money. They don't. The FA don't pay them, I don't think, because it's a privilege, isn't it? It's a privilege to play for your country, sure.
Oh yeah, but I know that they do get some sort of income, and I think it is through sponsorships and deals and stuff.
Yeah, free sponsorships. Yeah, they'll get the sponsorship money.
Yeah, that's and to be honest, when the World Cup happens, that's how a lot of players make.
Well, they'll probably make more money than they would get paid by FA anyway.
Yeah, probably.
No, that's good graphics, Stu. That's good, mate. Very informative. You've made a lot of effort on it. So, well done, mate. I like that. Yeah. So keep up all the things definitely keep up all the graphics because it kind of helps us to where we are with certain players, aren't we, and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, personally, this week I'm looking at, thinking this could be the week. I think this could be a tough week for me because a lot of my players are playing hard teams. It could be a bit of an iffy week. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a tough one this week. So I don't know how you guys are feeling about your teams in the comments and you guys on the screen with me. How are you feeling about your team this week? Are you happy with how it looks and the fixtures they've got? What are you thinking?
On paper, mate, the teams look fantastic, but the problem is the players who you think should be getting your points simply are. Like your Kanes, your Songs, and you even your Salahs and your Trent Alexander-Arnolds and your Robertsons, but they're not this season at all.
No,
it's total opposite.
Well, Robertson did get points this week, didn't he? I don't know. I look at my team and I'm like, it's like I've got Mitrovic. He's got Man City away. I don't know. I've got about 4 or 5 decisions on my team. I think this week's going to be quite. I think the deadline stream for me is going to be not stressful, but I'm probably going to be. There's going to be a lot of decisions to make on that stream. I'm waiting for team news as well. So you got Haaland, you've got Mitrovic, I've got the keeper, I might even have to change the formation. So I've got a lot of questions this week. I'm going into this week thinking I don't think I'm going to have that many points. I don't think it's going to be a big game week for me this week. So
Well, I listened to an FPL podcast today, and this I can't remember which one it was, but he ran about maybe selling Haaland.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There've only been 2 games left, and him not being a definite starter, freeing up some money. But then you look at the strikers, and there isn't much option really.
Yeah, I mean the obvious one's Kane, but they've got Liverpool, haven't they?
Yeah, but he's doing nothing.
No.
Well,
he's doing all right this season though. I think in general he's been all right. Okay. Yeah, I mean he's he's way behind thingy. But
I think this year for fantasy has been weird because normally you have all the high players getting over double figures a week. This time last year, Russell, I'm pretty sure you was there. Liverpool players were getting double figures. Man City players were getting double figures week in, week out. Like I don't.
Yeah, Liverpool were. Yeah, they were.
This year, the high value players are just not performing to their value. Apart from De Bruyne and Haaland, apart from those two, because obviously they're still putting up big numbers. The other big hitters, they're not proving their worth.
And it's just things like your Newcastle's. Like Almiron, who were doing really well. Your Brighton.
I think Fulham and Bournemouth. Dominic Solanke. I thought it was a championship player. He's coming, and the past couple of weeks he's been getting 2 goals or a few assists, which are proving him to get more points than Kane, and sometimes even Jesus. He's gone on a bit of a slope for me now. It's a bit like a roller coaster. He started off so great, and then it's
started off so well. He burnt himself out basically because his form carried on from the pre-season. Then it just suddenly just stopped.
That's what I mean. It's a roller coaster with him.
Even Mitrovic wasn't meant to do well this year because everyone always says, don't they? Oh, he comes up and he can't. He always does well in the Championship, but he's actually proven he can. This year, he's doing well in the Premiership. He doesn't usually do that. So it has been quite unusual. I mean, I was looking at Alexander-Arnold's points this season. God, they're woeful. Apart from Bournemouth, absolutely awful. And he's usually one of the best players in fantasy football. So it has been. I mean, Liverpool are Liverpool. They'll always come good eventually, but I am surprised at how bad a lot of they're performing in general. It's really weird. Isn't it?
Definitely.
It should be confirmation that Youngmin's son is out, definitely out. And
definitely saying 50%.
Aman, just answered my point. Question there. They do get paid. They get bonus money too. For the very first time, England women got the same in appearances money as the males, but only for the win in the final.
Yeah, I thought they did get paid something. Well, Darren's saying Samaka, DCL or Wilson. Who's that for? Haaland or something. Yeah. But the thing is, you don't really want to be taking hits now because there's only 2 weeks left, isn't there?
I don't know about DCL. I don't know.
Well, Skamaka, I'll be honest with you. Skamaka's, Darren, you'll be the first one to confirm this with me. Skamaka is absolutely useless without Paqueta playing with him, without him getting service from Paqueta, because no one's giving Skamaka the service at West Ham. Honestly, this is why he's looked frustrated.
I think it's the same with Kane and Tottenham, isn't it? Like Kane's getting Kulusevski's out, Song's now out. All their creative players are now out of that team. Kane's not going to get no service.
Is Kulusevski available? For Tottenham, I'm sure he is. Kulusevski.
I don't know if he's still out or not, but I don't think he'll start him.
He's still red flagged.
There you go. So that's what I mean.
Tottenham. It's due back. Surprise! The week they play us, 12th of November.
Yeah.
So is Richarlison.
So I think Kane. This week. Whoever's got Kane in their team, you got to be careful because he's not going to get no service. Richarlison's out. Song's out. Kulusevski's out. That's 3 of Tottenham's main creative players.
I watched so much Tottenham game yesterday, and a player who did make a difference for that Benton car.
Bentancur is
He's
proving me wrong. Proving me wrong.
He's made a big difference to him. He really has yesterday.
Yeah.
He changed their form around. But am I right in saying that, Darren? That Skamaka, without the service from Piquet, he's looking a frustrated figure out there, and it's funny because they sub him off to bring Tony on, and all of a sudden crosses go in box. It's mad. It's mad how it works at West Ham. It's like they don't play for 75 minutes, and then all of a sudden they start playing.
Do you know what's really mad? I was looking at Spurs' midfield while you guys were talking. Holberg has got the most points for Spurs in midfield.
Yeah, their defensive midfielder. Their defensive midfielder has got the most points for them. That is what I mean. Having Kane in your fantasy team now until next week, and I guarantee it won't even start Kulusevski next week either. So I think having Kane right now is a bad prop. That's a lot of money. People say Haaland's out injured.
According to FPL, they've got 2 forwards in Kane and Richarlison. Richarlison's out. And if Kane gets his yellow card, they're going to have no striker.
They're going to have no strikers. They've got Song's out, as we just said. Kulusevski's out. They're going to have to put an academy. They're going to have to put an academy player up top.
Yeah, but knowing that Buddy does score about 3 passes. I can see.
Lucas Moura will probably play.
Oh, Lucas! Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I forgot about Lucas Moura.
Yeah, but if you listen to Irish Hotspur YouTube channel, they can't do with him.
No, he's not a fan. Conte's not a fan of Moura, so I don't think he'll play. Conte is that stubborn. I don't think he'll start him. So
it's his work ethic. It's not there. It's not there. You know what Conte is? A work ethics man. He's an old school. He's an old school manager, innit? If you don't,
old school manager.
If you don't want to train, you don't play. It's as simple as that. So yeah, Tottenham. Yeah. Do you know something? I will be watching Tottenham game of interest now. Not because of the FPL, but wanting the Kane to get a yellow card.
Who's that? Kane.
Yeah, desperately.
He could with his few, because what I've seen recently, the past 2 seasons with Kane, he gets frustrated a lot now. Now he's not getting the ball to him, or now he can't do what he normally does, which is hang on that last man. He gets frustrated, and when he gets frustrated, he gets red, and it's going to be a yellow card normally.
Yeah, Darren Higgins agrees with me. I knew he would.
There's also a good chance Kane could get booked because it's a big game, isn't it, Liverpool? So hopefully, we're hoping it's a fiery game. Darren, are you asking for Tony replacements, or are you saying that Samaka, DCL wants all Tony replacements?
Tony replacements. What about if you've got any money left, Darren? Go for someone like Wilson or something. You know, somebody who.
I'll say Wilson over Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Samaka. Calvert-Lewin, I think he's too expensive. What is it? What's Calvert-Lewin? 7.9, is it? Yeah, that graphic.
Very expensive because.
Because Russell said earlier, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's injury prone. He's just come back with a big.
It's only Wilson 7.5 million. Calvert-Lewin 7.9. It's 0.4 million more.
I love Harmony's dedication to Firmino. Unbroken dedication. Fantastic.
After the World Cup break, I can't decide whether to go for Kane and Edward with Haaland or stick with Firmino, keep Wilson too with Haaland instead of Tony.
I was going to say something, Harmony, but I don't think you want to hear it.
Say it, Lee. You can't. You've got to be brutal.
I think Firmino could go in January. I think he could go. Firmino, I think he could go after the World Cup. I think he could.
Do you think?
I think he could go to somewhere like Bayern Munich or something where they want.
It all depends on if they're going to bring in the replacement. Because remember, they haven't got Jota. They haven't, another
I think Jota's back after the World Cup.
Darwin Núñez, he's up and down.
Yeah, I was going to say. Do you know what? I thought Darwin Núñez against Leeds. I mean, a lot of them were awful, but I didn't think I was looked at. I thought he isn't really. You know, when you think of Haaland, you think, oh my god, he doesn't feel that intimidating, does he? You know, I don't feel nervous watching him again.
That's what I mean. When he's really like your team, you just feel like, oh, we've actually got a shot here. But when you see Lance, you're just like, nope, what give away?
No, I wasn't like.
I'm not a big fan of Darwin Núñez.
No, I'm not able.
I don't think it's worth it. Do you know this is a story what I heard on my Liverpool YouTube channel. I live a sad life. That's all I can say. But on a YouTube channel, Liverpool YouTube channel, they were saying that Benfica didn't expect to get nowhere near 85 million for him.
No, they expected like 50.
Like 50 million for him.
Yeah.
Benfica were ready to sell him at 50 million. Along comes bloody Liverpool will offer you 85. Yeah, of course you can there. They thought it was just.
I look at them now. Look at me, the Champions League. They're doing absolutely amazing in the Champions League.
Who's that? Liverpool.
Benfica.
Oh, Benfica, are they? Are they doing well in that?
I believe they got through to the round of 6.
The Portuguese teams always do that. I think they're ridiculous. What they do is they seem to. They're really good at picking up all these South Americans. I don't know if there's some sort of loophole because they speak. The Portuguese and Brazilians both speak Portuguese, don't they? So there's a lot of Brazilians that end up in Portugal playing for Porto, Benfica, Sporting Lisbon. They just seem to. They seem to the amount of money that goes into the Portuguese league that's bought, and not money, shall we say, the amount of players bought from the Portuguese leagues by Premiership teams is huge. The amount of money we put into that league is unbelievable.
Benfica have finished higher than PSG in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because they've tied them with goal difference. They won 6-1 tonight to Benfica. So they've tied them with everything. So PSG finished second because it goes alphabetical order when they're all like tiebreak. So Benfica.
Bad, innit? Imagine that yourself apparently Liverpool thought he was the best player in Europe. Never mind in Benfica, and they still managed to work.
They're good. Porto and Benfica are notoriously good at signing players small and making huge profits, basically, and selling them on. They always do it. Always do it.
Where did Man United get Anthony from?
Ajax.
Ajax, yeah.
It's funny because I was mentioning this to you when
another club what develop young players and sell them well. You know that 100 million and whatever it was.
Like 85, wasn't it? Like 80, 90 million or something.
Right. Well, that money keeps Ajax development team in business for the next 3 years.
Oh yeah, they build a new team every season. They sell it in the summer, then they'll rebuy in the summer and sell it again in the summer.
We can just churn players.
Good setup. You know what I'm saying? They're just clever how they produce youngsters, invest. You know, that's what Leeds are trying to do, aren't we? We're trying to follow that model a bit now. You know, we're trying to buy potential and then sell it for big later on.
Right, has anybody got any fantasy questions? He will go in January due to Champions League, maybe go in the summer. Yeah, I mean, there's a guy called Chris Carney. He's really good. He's another Liverpool YouTuber, and he was saying that their cycle will be Firmino leaving. Liverpool. I'll tell you another player that we put in that bracket as well. And I were really shocked at Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Because Van Dijk's been a shadow of himself this season.
I think he'll still come good though. I think he's still too good not to. I think Liverpool. I think they'll turn it around at some point. They're too good not to. I refuse to believe they'll go all season like it.
How many flags do you have in your teams?
Well, Harmony's got 11.
I've got
None.
for me.
None now, yeah, sure you, mate. You've got. We told you this is what you did.
He's got Haaland still on it.
That's one.
Oh, he's got one. Haaland, yeah, you've got one.
That's it.
Yeah, at least just got the one. Bless him.
I've got 2. I've got Haaland and Sinistera.
I've just got one, Haaland for now. So.
Well, I had 2. But I've solved my team.
Oh,
let's just go back now. Let's have a look at the leagues and let's just go back and have a look.
Yep, I've solved my team. I've done my team. Does anyone want to see my team? I'm going to hide it, but I won't. I'll tell you.
No. I like to see this hidden. I like to see this one as a Saturday. As a Saturday reveal.
Oh, you want to do a Saturday? Okay, do a Saturday. I mean, you can figure. Okay, then this is very interesting. So, looking at his team, I'm surprised if he's saying what I think he's saying. Okay,
I started my team out.
Ooh, fair enough.
I just had to. I had to get rid of. I can't remember what players I got rid of now.
How many players though?
I took a point. I took a -4.
Oh, it's made a big change. It's made a few changes. Oh.
I've made a few changes. I have.
You know what? The reason why I said wait till Saturday is because then if you're really Saturday and then Russell will see your team like, oh bloody hell, I might need to add that in, I might need to add that in. So I think it'd be better as a Saturday reveal.
Yeah, it is. I can build the picture in my head.
He's seen these. Now he started. I saw him start playing with his hair. Now he's told about. I've sorted my team out, and I'm not going to show him it till Saturday. So he's playing with his hair a bit more. So
the mind games. It's all in the mind games.
I just play my game. That's all I do. And you know,
I play my game. I knew exactly who I wanted to bring in, exactly who I wanted to ship out, and I'm a happy man. So you just want to let him know.
Oh, Harmon's putting a comment.
Is it worth going early to switch team around in World Cup decent prices, or is it better to wait?
Well, the prices don't change in the World Cup, Harmony.
No.
Yeah, they'll be fixed, won't they? They'll be all fixed.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about what you've got is what you've got. When the World Cup starts, there's no price rises up or down, so you can do what you want within your budget.
I wonder if there's a fantasy World Cup.
I think there is. I think there might be. There might be. Yeah, we could maybe do a fantasy World Cup. Stop. That's a good question. I think there is a fantasy World Cup. I genuinely think there is. So you could do like a fantasy World Cup team thing. We could do one over that.
I struggled with English. I struggled naming players in English Premier League. Never mind the World Cup Premier League.
Well, in theory, it should get easier because round by round you'll have less to pick. So in theory, it should be easier. It'll be hard at the start, then get easier as it goes on.
Nice Max sparking away.
I'm looking forward to World Cup because I've got the World Cup sweepstake. I've got to that 500 subscriber now, so I can put the community link tabs in community, so I can do all that on a World Cup daily thing at end of each night, and I can do that.
Yeah, that's good. I forgot that you got to 500 followers. That's well done, mate. That's a milestone, isn't it? So well done. Like I said to you, it'll be I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting it's the World Cup. Completely. I don't think it's going to kick in with me until after next weekend, and the Premiership stops. And I'm like, oh right, there's no Premiership anymore.
Are you looking forward to the World Cup, guys?
Yeah, I do. I love the World Cup. Yeah, I always look forward to
it. I just wished it would play in bloody summer, man.
I like the World Cup, but playing in winter just because of the conditions, I kind of feel like it's annoying for Premier League teams or teams who compete in Europe with all the injuries. What could happen?
Yeah,
it could spice it up.
The busiest January transfer window ever.
Yeah,
honestly.
Because as I said, it all depends on injuries during the World Cup, and we got injuries before the World Cup. There's mayhem before it even starts, so during it's going to be even more mayhem. I prefer it to happen during summer when there's no actual league football on, because you've got football all year, instead of it being all cramped into one. And I agree with having the World Cup in Qatar. It might be good there, but the way they've done it, where we've had to, especially like the big teams, where they've had to like congest all the Champions League games, having players play 2 times a week. Well, teams 2 times a week. And it muddles it up because you got the group stage games. We've had to do all that straight away to get the knockouts after Christmas. I'm not including like the League Cup games, the Carabao Cup, or the FA Cup. We still haven't played those yet.
Have we got a cup game coming up against Wolves?
Oh yeah, just play the reserves. Hopefully, Leeds is whacking the reserves for that.
Yeah, we're playing. Yes, we got.
I ain't bothered about cup run. I want to stay in Premier League.
Oh no, but you know what I mean. Like for me personally, the World Cup, it's a good idea, but it's just a shame it's during this because it's just causing mayhem for all the Premier League teams, working around TV times and stuff like that.
So I don't agree with this World Cup equaliser because of how it was done. The conditions the workers are in, the conditions to treat the women.
Disgusting.
You know, so look, you know, there's reasons why I'm against it for a start, but also to slap bang it middle of the season is an absolute travesty to Premier League. I want lots of birthday wishes on December 1st.
Day one of the World Cup, the 20th. Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it your birthday? The World Cup starts, is it?
Yeah, 20th.
We'll have to plan some out, Harmony. If we're not streaming it, we'll have to send you a happy birthday somehow.
Yeah, we'll do. We can figure something out. Can't we?
Oh, that's going in.
What you got?
Yeah, it's Leo.
Leo.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I keep forgetting England have got Wales, haven't we? Yeah, I tell you what, we better beat them. We never fucking hear the end of it if we lose to them. Just can you imagine that? I'd be like, oh man, not the Welsh, not the Scottish, Irish, or Welsh. We dislike them as much as they dislike us, don't we? When it comes to the sport.
And you know, there's not the best thing is we all share the same land and everything.
I know, yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Like us in Scotland, isn't it?
It is weird.
It's mad. We'll beat them. World Cup. I work with a teacher from North Wales and Chicago. Bring it on.
Exactly.
God, we've got USA coming up and all, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Aronson and Adams. Adams is available now, isn't he? I think. I echo your thoughts regarding Quartas. Thanks, Darren. Yeah, it's a travesty, but what can we do? We've got to get on with it, haven't we? I see Jamie Carragher spoke out about it, didn't he, yesterday?
I don't know.
Yeah, he spoke out about it. He's, you know, using his Sky platform to speak out about stuff, which personally I don't think they should be doing anyway because it's a national thing, isn't it? It's you know, keep thoughts to yourself. Whereas me, I can speak out what I want.
Yeah.
We can't afford to lose to Wales, and we can't afford to lose to USA.
Well, Harmony hasn't got much hope for England. Wow. God, I think we'll do better than that, Harmony. Come on. If we can't beat
World Cup, it's Wales 7 points, USA 6, Iran 1, and England 1. Wow. I think the problem with our team, we had a bloody attack-minded manager, would be all right.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll get past the group stage, surely.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Surely we'll get past the group stage. Surely.
Anyway, I might have to call it a night, lads. I'm feeling a bit tired and
Liam, you'll have to just keep an eye on for this World Cup thing.
I've just looked, and apparently they do it like a week just before the World Cup starts. But I'm going to keep an eye out like every week, like every Wednesday. I'll just keep doing it because
maybe we can, if we can find one, maybe we could do a World Cup fantasy football between this and the Premiership, and maybe we can all do that together, and we can do that instead, couldn't we? That'd be quite interesting.
Yeah, the show goes on.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. That's a really good idea. I'll be up for that. Everyone else up for that in the comments?
A World Cup fantasy.
Yeah,
I'm up for it. Yeah, definitely.
I think that'd be quite fun.
Just have fun pronouncing those names.
Yeah, like like Nigeria and Qatar, and, I don't know, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Anyway, I shall see you guys later. Thank you all for the nice comments. I can't wait to meet you all next week.
Well done, Liam, on the top score of the week. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Right, bye guys. Bye chat.
Cheers.
There we go. We can fit 2 people in the screen now. His big head's gone.
There, he's done well, mate. If I did that well, I'll be showing off as well. If I weren't so tired, but yeah.
So has anybody else got out that want to say about this about the fantasy before we start wrapping this show up? Yes, disgusted. I got that team in a draw. Everything that I stand against.
Oh, what is that?
Qatar.
Iran, is it, or Qatar? Sure, about Qatar.
You got Qatar.
Yeah.
Both teams are bad, aren't they? Iran are bad, aren't they? They're bad as well, but
I mean, you'd think that England could top that group. I mean, sure, if we can't beat America, well, if we can't top a group with Iran, America, and USA, we just don't deserve to go through, do we? It's as simple as that.
people are saying that this could be Southgate's last tournament anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it will be his last tournament. So,
it needs to be. It needs to be.
Hey, could you imagine Bielsa in charge of England?
No, because you'd need about bloody 4 months to get them up to fitness. To go back.
I tell you what, how much fun would that be watching? And how good would the players have at his disposal? It'd be amazing.
Imagine I'm going back to the league teams and the bloody 20% faster all of a sudden when it left.
That'd be fantastic. I think Bielsa could do well for England because I just think the players would be so much better than what he had at Leeds. I'm thinking, how could it go wrong?
And it picked players on merit, form, stats, everything.
Stamina, yeah. Rather than the name. I think it'd be fascinating. I think he'd be a great manager for England.
Knowing him, though, he'd pick someone from bloody Colchester and someone from Lincoln and from NK Dons or something. And we'd end up winning World Cup because of his data.
Yeah, I hope not. Would be interesting. But I think you're right. I think this could be Southgate. I don't know if he has signed a contract to be on this. Actually, I think he might have signed a contract, Stu. I think you might have to put with him for the Euros as well.
Oh, I hope not.
So I think he signed a contract on it.
Well, if we don't win World Cup, if we get through to that, if we get anywhere near that final of this year's World Cup and don't win it because of his tactics, he needs to be shipped out. Honestly. Anyway, look, I think we'll wrap it up there. Have you got work tomorrow?
Yeah, I've got work. Yeah, I work tomorrow. Yeah. So, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. Like I said, well, I think the deadline stream will be interesting. I'll try and pop in for that because it's a 1:30, isn't it? So it's quite late, and I think we'll have team news by then. So definitely try and pop into the stream, guys. And between me and Stu and Lee, we'll try and figure out. We'll try and get you any team news early as we get it, and we'll see if we have another good week. I think it's gonna be a tough week this week. Will you do a fantasy show during? Yeah, because we're thinking of doing a World Cup fantasy, so that could just take the place of this, can't it? Really, we could just go through our teams and stuff like that. So,
and for any Leeds United fans, Jesse Mercy's press conference is tomorrow at 1:30.
Yeah, be good. We'll see how we go. Interesting. Well, we should beat Bournemouth. I'd hope we beat Bournemouth. So, fancy chances.
Yeah, we'll definitely do one. Definitely, we'll do a fantasy football. Yeah, we will. Amani. We will.
We'll try and figure out a World Cup one.
So we can discuss anything about changing team. So we can discuss ideas about changing teams.
Yep. See you Saturday, Darren. What was that question from Harmony, Stu? What does she mean?
So we can discuss ideas about changing teams.
Oh, she wants to stream about. Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea. You could probably do a stream about because we've got free unlimited transfers. What we're thinking. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll do that as well. Yeah. We'll fit that.
Yeah. I can't see any harm in saying, well, this is the team I've got, and this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Actually, go through ideas. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll definitely do a World Cup one, and then, we could probably just throw in a couple of fantasy ones. Maybe some players get injured. Who knows? Someone big could get injured, and we might have to go. Well, what's everyone thinking because so and so's got injured during the World Cup.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a few options actually. Yeah.
There's a lot of games on the door, isn't there, as well? So there's a hell of a lot of games on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Be good. Yeah,
Good.
it's like football heaven.
Yeah, speak to you soon, Darren, mate. Thank you for joining us. I can see a 1-0 win scrape on Saturday.
I know. We have to follow that unbelievable result with another one. No,
Imagine if we don't get a result.
You what, sorry?
Imagine if we don't get a result.
Do you know what? It'd be so frustrating. Not about summer past season, won't it? You know, it'll just make the Liverpool result feel like, well, who cares now? If we don't get anything against Bournemouth, you have to follow it up, don't we? We need the points anyway. Because that Liverpool result was so unexpected. So.
I didn't even get to use my new machine.
You what, sorry?
You know what you used to say to me, zoom in a bit, Stu?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, on laptops, you can, on your laptops, there's like a pad in there where you can do it with your fingers.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I bought myself a PC laptop pad.
Okay.
So you can do it with your fingers, where you can zoom
Oh,
in.
right. Oh, that's a good idea, that.
Yeah. Best thing I ever bought. Well, one of the best things I've ever bought. Well,
Yeah, because you said that a few times, didn't you? You was trying to use your fingers because you used to do it on the iPad. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea.
I bought one so when you say zoom in, Stu, I can zoom in now.
Yeah. I didn't really have to do it on the last one because I could see the teams on the iPad. So, yeah, I'm not sure about a World Cup fantasy for me. I can barely keep up with the Prem. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of effort in it, fantasy. Yeah. So you're either in it or you're not in it. In simple terms. So, and everyone that's on this, we're all in it. So,
good. Me too, Dan. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It is fun. It's going to be fun, and we're having fun, and the league is very tight. So, very interesting. We don't know who's really going to get the main trophy. We don't know who's going to get the donkey, shall we say?
I want the donkey.
Well, I can advise you, and I can get you the donkey, mate. You just take my advice. I'll give you some bad tips.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it not a donkey?
Right. Well, look, guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching this edition of the Hope you've all enjoyed it. And until next time, if there's anything more you have to say, it's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye. Goodbye from me.
Take care, guys. Speak to you all soon.